Never have I ever used a Bourjois foundation. I actually haven't. I have used many products from Bourjois, in particular for me, growing up from around when I was 16 till I could never get it anymore, was their nightclub mascara. Oh my God, Bourjois, you need to bring this back. This was the mascara. This got me through my clubbing days. It never budged. It didn't move. Everyone used to say, how does your mascara not crumble? It doesn't transfer. It literally looks flawless all night. And it was because of this one. As well as this, we all remember the infamous Bourjois blushes. When working in Primark, I actually got told to go and take my blusher off because it was far too strong. This was before blusher was a thing, by the way. Me and my friends loved blusher. No one else seemed to love blusher, but we definitely did. So I used to live and breathe this, and I used to be like this with the little applicator. This was the blush, and I refused to. I was like, I am not going to wash my blush off. Like, this gives me a shape. I can only imagine what it looked like. The girl was probably trying to help me out, to be fair, and say to me, girl, you need to go and get that off your face now because it looks a show. But I loved my blusher. But I have never used a Bourjois foundation. Now, I got sent some goodies, and I didn't get asked about them. They just sent me some goodies. Now, I don't know how this works sometimes because I've been sent products and I don't actually know who they've been sent from. This in particular, I got an email saying, thank you for reviewing the Max Factor mascara. We're going to send you some Bourjois products. No requests of do a TikTok, do a YouTube, nothing. So I'll always be very transparent with you on how things get sent. So when I opened the box, this is what it came like. And this is what came with it. Now, I'll let you freeze it if you need to, if you want to freeze it, so you know exactly what is on the card. And all it says is, for more information, it says about the product. We really hope you love using it. So there is no need for me to review this, but I thought, you know what? Let's review it because I've never used a Bourjois foundation. So the foundation they've sent me, this is what I've been sent. So this is the Bourjois Healthy Mix, Clean and Vegan, Vitamin C, B5 and E, Radiant Foundation. Now, normally when you get sent products, or they'll say, can we send you some products to review? They normally ask you what shade you are, like roughly. This is how I have no idea what's going on with this one, and I've just genuinely been sent them for the sake of being sent them, because they didn't ask me what shade I am, and I already know these are not my shade, like nowhere near. So I've got 54N beige and 55N deep beige. We're going to just remove deep beige straight away because I'm not going to get away with that. And we already know this is not going to be the right shade. Now, what I will do is I'm going to insert a little video of me scrolling on their website to see what other shades they have. And then I'll put down here which shades I would likely have chosen had they have asked me what shades I am. So let's read what it is. Bourjois' iconic Healthy Mix Foundation has been hailed online as the next big luxury dupe. Consumers have been flooding social media and retail review pages with comparisons between Bourjois Healthy Mix and other high-end foundations, and we want to hear what you think. Not only is the foundation an affordable high street alternative at just $12.99, it's also packed with skincare ingredients including vitamin C, E and B5 for a natural radiant glow that will make your skin look healthy, and it is available from Superdrug. We really hope you like using it. Bourjois and the Coty UK PR team. So, I feel like at the minute it's all about foundations based off skincare, and everyone is getting on board with that because a lot of us, that's what we want. So with that being said, we all know I love a radiant foundation, but we're going to see what this is like when I pump it. So let's see what the colour's like. I know straight away this is going to be far too dark, which is a shame because, you know, I would have liked it to have matched my skin, but that is really creamy though. It's not thin either. It's quite a thick consistency. Now, it does have a fragrance. I do not like fragrance in foundation. I just don't see why we need it there. It smells not overly strong, but it's still there. I'm not fussed on the scent either. But that's it against hand. Now, it's not too bad. I think I'll be able to make it work and look relatively okay for today. I'm not actually going anywhere today. I'm just gonna chill in the house. I'm actually gonna jump on the treadmill. So this review will include an hour to an hour and a half of walking while I watch some TV and stuff. But I can buff that out, lean in with some concealer and make it sort of balance out. So let's get into it. I am going to do half prepped, half not. Also, I'm loving the fact that my cheeks aren't too red today. I feel like they've actually cooperated with me, but this, if you see me doing this, shout through the screen, stop scratching, stop scratching. I'm trying to do this. It doesn't help when you've got nails like this because it just feels glorious. But let's get into the application process and see what we think. I'll do one side prepped with L'Oreal Pro Glow and one side not. So I'm going to go in with my skincare now. What I'll also do dead quickly is I would like to show you what this looks like. This is 55N Deep. What I'm made up with is they did send me neutral shades. So that is that fresh on the back of my hand. It is really creamy. It's so nice. As you can see, it's only slightly darker. At this moment in time, as I'm talking to you, I do not know shade range. I don't know any. And taking a small amount of my L'Oreal Pro Glow, I'm going to pop this on this side of my face. What I will also do on this side of my face is I will use a setting spray just to see if it makes any difference. Like I said, I'm going to be walking later on the treadmill. So I do try and walk for like, if it's like a weekend and I'm not, you know, doing any and I'm just going to sit and watch TV, I do try and get on my walking pad for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I do end up with a good old little sweat on. What is that? What is going on with that eyebrow? I might have called this Pro Glow, not Lumiglotion, but it's Lumiglotion. So L'Oreal Lumiglotion on this side and just skincare on this side. So as I said, we're going to take 54N. So one full pump. Let's go in on this side, so I can really smell that fragrance when I pop it on my skin. I am forever looking in the camera instead of looking at my mirror. I'm terrible for it. So that's the foundation on, and that's how much I've used. I've got to be honest, that has gone on beautifully. That has gone on really, really nice. It's really light. It's not heavy at all. To be fair, that colour match isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It definitely doesn't match. If I was to do that, it definitely doesn't match. But I can definitely get away with it by bringing it down my neck today and making it just work. So if I need to nip out, I will just throw on like a higher neck top. And seeing as all it does is rain here, no one's going to question it. Now I am going to take a little bit more and pop it over my cheeks, because as we all know, I do struggle with redness in my cheeks. Not enough for me to put like a green thing on though sometimes. I don't mind making mine work into my sort of skin, because I try and make it look like it's part of my blush rather than trying to cover it sometimes, which is just easier. But that is flawless. That is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. It's given Max Serum Radiance Foundation. It's also given me a little nausy moment. But that is stunning. The only thing I wish they didn't have in it is fragrance, because the smell is a little much for me. I don't like fragrance in my foundation. I don't see the concept of it. I don't see why you'd want to do it unless it is natural fragrance. Now let me just look at this card a second, or the back of the ear. It says naturally radiant foundation formulated with at least 85% ingredients from natural origin, contains vitamin C, E and B5, lightweight, non-greasy formula that instantly belays imperfections, up to 24-hour hydration, and a vegan formula. So it definitely belays the skin, because I have texture here. If I look there, you can see it, and it's definitely blayed it. Oh my God, it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let's try it on this side. I'll do it with a beauty sponge for now, just to see how it applies. Let's take a little bit more and take, not a full pump, got half a pump. And let's see how this applies on this side. Now remember, I don't have any L'Oreal Lumi Lotion on this side. So, okay, it's definitely pore blaring 100%. Now, as you can see, it's took on a much lighter coverage with the beauty sponge. And I would say with a beauty sponge, sometimes you don't get as much from your foundation. Now, it's great if you're going to just use this on a daily basis, throwing it on really, really quickly. But I'm going to take a little tiny bit more. I wish I took a full pump then. But I'm going to take a little tiny bit just to finish, because what I probably will do is go in with the brush, because I feel with this eye makeup, I do want a little bit more coverage. But the coverage it's given, if I had like a natural makeup look on, is stunning. Okay, the application of this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to take a full pump now, because I'm going to start putting it down my neck and everything like that. I wouldn't actually use any more than probably a pump and a little bit normally, but obviously I've gone in with the beauty sponge and it gave a much lighter coverage. My hair's so greasy that I refuse to put it back, because you just look at me and think, my God, is she okay? So, as you can see, pores are looking a little bit blurred, which is great. That is the foundation on its own. Now, this has obviously got no L'Oreal Lumi Lotion, and this has got L'Oreal Lumi Lotion. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply some concealer and see how products sit on top of it. I'm going to take Vive's Radiant Concealer. This is Neutral 1, and I'm just going to pop that there. Let's just pop a little bit here and a little bit here, just to give me a little bit more dimension, because obviously I brought all the foundation down my neck. So when it blurs, it also looks like I've got no jawline. So I'm just going to pop a little bit up here as well. So I'm going to take Shade Fair from NYX. You all know this is one of my absolute favourites. That is blended in beautifully. I'm just going to brush out any of the concealer that I've used. Now, I am going to also put some contour around here in a minute, just to create a little bit of depth and like dimension to my skin. So as you can see, there is a ton of product there. And I am going to pop just a little bit here and a little bit here, and just keep working between both sides. I am going to bronze ever so slightly, and I'm going to take this. This is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. Tan lines. This one's in tan lines. That's all the cream products on. This looks so glowy. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks flawless. This is stunning. This is a really, really nice foundation up to now. So hoping this wears well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set, but I'm going to set ever so lightly. And you just lightly push it into the skin, okay? Okay, so that is what it looks like with powder. That's it without, and that is it with. Now, as I said, it's the lightest bit. Now I'm gonna feel the foundation. It is sticky. I always feel funny doing that. I don't like touching anything. Oh, I don't like touching anything until I'm finished. We're going to take the powder and so just tap that into the skin like we have with the rest of the face. Now, I'm not going to show you the blush I'm using today because you can't get it anymore. I picked it up in like one of them MAC, you know, one of them Cheshire Oak style shops, which is a real shame because I have looked to see if it's coming back and I can't see it, and I freaking love this blush. I have been using this blush since I was 16 years old, and I'm absolutely devastated that it's no longer in service. What we are going to do is, because we put all like these powder products on, we are going to take Fix Plus and we're going to spritz that all over on both sides, because this is not a setting spray. What this does is it helps blend your makeup. So do you know when your makeup just looks like it's fresh? It's a little bit too fresh. It's not how you want it to look. You want it to look like it's been lived in a little bit. That's what this does to your foundation and your powders. It basically takes it all back to the way it was before you put all your powder on, which is what I want. Take a budget-friendly one, which is the e.l.f. All Night Setting Spray. So I am just gonna, how am I gonna do this? Okay, so if I just, oh, that's actually quite easy, okay. So that's the makeup on. Up to now, Bourjois. Well done, because that looks gorgeous. I think it looks absolutely stunning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do interval updates. Now it is now 1 in the afternoon, so you can see. Okay, oh, it's 1:10. So it's now 1:10. So let's see how it wears and I'll come back to you. So this was just shy of 2 hours after application and in natural lighting in my bathroom. Please excuse any washing in the background. I was drying some stuff because all it does in the UK is bleeding rain. But this is what my skin looks like. I think it looks gorgeous. I've got to admit, I was looking at my skin in the camera and thinking, oh my God, this looks absolutely stunning. Tried to get as many different light angles as I could, but my eyes were hurting off the brightness because it was so bright out the window. But the skin looks flawless. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And we're back. So it's been over 6 hours. I applied this. I started applying this at 12 o'clock. And then by the time I'd finished, reset certain things because you just do when you're filming. It's never as smooth as like, there's certain moments where I'll be like, oh, hang on, let me incorporate this. And then I'll repeat certain things. This has been on for now over 6 hours, basically. And in them 6 hours, I have been on the treadmill for 1 hour and 55 minutes, walking at a pretty brisk pace. I was sweating. So this is what it looks like. And the reason why I always think that if you've been on a treadmill or anything like that, it means that's going to hold in like a nightclub setting. And I think this still looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, do not get me wrong, is it still perfect? Not around here. I would say it looks like it's, oh, scratch on my face. I would say it's clung a little bit here. As you can see, I've rubbed my nose area. Now, this bit is really dry, and I'm going to be honest, I applied my Vive, and I don't think I quite blended it out. We are missing a little bit here, where I've rubbed my nose, and we're a little bit dry in here. But other than that, there is no difference in how it's worn on either side. There's no difference from this side to that side. Now, do not get me wrong, we've got a little bit of redness here, but other than that, I'd say this foundation and the way it all sits is pretty much the same as how I left it. So for me, this foundation is pretty decent for the price. It's $12.99. It goes on really well. It's got a really nice coverage, got a really nice glow, and it definitely blurred pores. So yeah, I am pleasantly surprised by this look. Really am. I am pleasantly surprised by this foundation. Like, I didn't expect it to look like this. I don't know what I was expecting, but this wasn't it. So I am pleasantly surprised. Definitely think it's worth a try if you've been eyeing up the product. I will see if I can get any discount codes. I'm not too sure. I actually haven't shopped for it, so I'm not too sure what discount codes I can get, but if I can, I will leave them down below. And if there's any special offers on, I'll leave them down below as well. But other than that, I do think this is a pretty decent foundation and wears well. So yeah, that's this video done. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.